Tracy from TBC, HR Consulting. Basically, I'm here to share with you my awesome experience from a teenager to, now official working adult right now. I joined TBC in the year of 2008. Basically, this is my first full-time job. It's not my first sales job. In fact, I've been working, during my school days. I work and study at the same time. Started off doing sales, being a sales promoter, working in retail chains, supermarkets, etc.
My name is Evan. I'm a senior recruitment consultant working in this company since the year of 2008. 2008 is actually a year that I ORD. That means I joined this company as a really fresh grad. During that time, all I have is a diploma in business studies from Ngee and also some sales experience from my previous part-time job.
Hi, my name is Sean. I've been with TBC HR since 2.5 years back. Prior to TBC HR, I was actually a army officer, in the Singapore Armed Forces itself. So after 11 years in the army, I chose to leave the force and to try my luck, in the corporate world. I was pretty lost. I had had about 2 stints, short stints of recruitment life with 2 other companies, but due to some unforeseen circumstances, I had to leave. I can't explain too much why. But I was very lucky that when I came for an interview with TBC HR, Ben actually offered me the job on the spot. It was a surprise why. I was a 31-year-old guy. I didn't have experience, too much experience in the recruitment industry. All I could do, I think I had confidence in talking, and I was still driven and I could work long hours at that point of time. But I'm very glad that I've been employed by Ben on the spot, and I've never turned my head back since. Everything has went smoothly for me. I'm blessed, I'm lucky, and of course, with Ben's guidance, my life improved, not only monetary wise, but in a lot of aspects.
So after I graduated, I got into this job. In fact, I've always wanted to look for a sales job. I never thought that I could be, a recruitment consultant. I do have friends in the similar industries as well, and they share with me about, how fun it is to be in the recruitment industry. When I joined in the year 2008, in fact, it wasn't, to be frank, it wasn't a very good year to start off with, because if people remember, back in 2008, the economy wasn't doing really good. Yeah, so it was kind of a struggle when I joined the company, but I went through all the ups and downs. In fact, I went through monsters training. Why the word monsters? Probably they're just a more exaggerated word to use, but because I went through I was being given very harsh trainings, working late, or even when I make a mistake, I was being scolded for it. It doesn't feel good to be scolded, but I think that harsh training really brought me to where I am right now at my current stage. So 2008 started off as a recruitment consultant. So it took me probably about 6 months before my sales get to really stabilize. So during the first 6 months were really, really tough. The harsh trainings, really, really late nights. You start at 9, perpetually start at 9, and you end work 10ish, 11ish, or sometimes you may have to catch the last train back home. So and then I started to actually find where my interest is. So initially when I came in, I was actually focusing more in positions like permanent roles, etc. And then I realized that I was pretty good at handling projects, as in mass recruitment, whereby clients we call it in the recruitment terms, layman terms, temporary recruitment, project management. So that's where I realized that I've got talent for it, and my mentor also realized that I could actually do well in project management, and I was given opportunity by my mentor to actually handle projects take over clients, to take the ownership of clients, of key account clients. Yeah, so yeah, and then I slowly progressed from recruitment consultant and then being promoted to senior recruitment consultant. That was like, I can't remember how long was that, but it took about 1 year, 1.5 years. I was being promoted to a senior recruitment consultant. Yeah, of course, your sales have to prove that you can do it. Okay, so after a senior recruitment consultant, and then after which at about a year or so, and then I was being promoted to assistant team lead. I think I probably very fortunately in the year of 2011 or 2012, somewhere around there, management came to me and asked and invited me to actually be part as the shareholder of TBC. I was kind of taken aback because I didn't expect that. Yeah, I mean, being the company, because relatively the turnover rate in the sales industry is really high. It's not just about recruitment, but I think sales is really a very tough and stressful job. Yeah, attrition rate is really high. So when I look at my peers, people come and live. I don't really have like peers who, especially like fresh grad, because like I said, this is my first full-time job, my very first full-time job. Yeah. So, I've also seen fresh grads joining us and leaving like 6 months later, 1 year later. So, for me to have survived like until 2011, and then I was like, really like surprised, and I was really glad that, the company was willing to give me the opportunity to be part of the shareholder of TBC. So, yeah, so that was around like 2011, 2012. Yeah, so I joined on board as the shareholder for TBC. Yeah, and then after which, this was how I progressed in the company itself. So, right now it's 2015, so it's coming to this coming March will be my 7th year in TBC. So you see, that's why I say that I started off as a teenager, and right now, so that is really a long way to go. It's not an easy ride. Definitely I went through a lot of ups and downs. Yeah, I mean, with liaising with clients, managing the team, I mean, from a recruitment consultant, whereby you just have to, do your sales. You just have to do whatever your client needs, fulfill the numbers. And to a senior recruitment consultant, whereby you are being given, you're being assigned more tasks, assigned more clients, and slowly reach, prospecting new clients. That's how it goes in our industries. But of course, what also keeps me staying in this job for so long, money. Yeah, in fact, it's really the company really. It's not just about me as a shareholder, but on top of that, on the other hand, of course, before I was being invited to be part of shareholder from the year 2008 to 2011. This period of time, I didn't have any thoughts to look for a new job. In fact, my plan was like, do my diplomas, and then go to a job, and then quit after 2 years and go and pursue a degree. So I actually abandoned the thought and continued to work with TBC just because of money that really pushes me. Like I said, a salesperson, it's always motivated by money. So the company really pays very lucrative salary package, basic, commission, profit sharing, cash incentive, and the list goes on. So that was, I couldn't bear to leave the company because of the very attractive package. Yeah, I wouldn't want to throw my money to the school, so I continued working. Yeah, so, and also the culture, the environment, people are really nice. I would say that really, my mentors, management has given me a lot of opportunities, lots of patience and guidance throughout my years here. Even till date, I still get guidance and support from the management, and also our colleagues. Wonderful culture and environment over here.
When I first joined, I have no experience in recruitment at all. However, I was given all this proper training as well as all the necessary information I need in order for me to excel in my role. I remember when I joined, which is around 2008, financially it's not very stable. Okay, if I'm not wrong, at the end of 2008, Lehman Brothers collapsed and the whole financial outlay of the economy is really bad. Looking around, even those companies in the same industry itself, they are actually retrenching people as well as deducting of the monthly salary of some of the staff. However, TBC did not do that. Lucky for us, what they did is they lowered down the sales expectation, the sales target itself, and in order for us to tide through, they provide a lot of support, which I'm quite grateful for it because I have just joined the industry. Yeah. So throughout these 6 years, other than the fact that we are being given the necessary training for recruitment itself, TBC have given us a very good opportunity in terms of personal development. Over the course of 6 years, I've been through a few courses which was being sponsored by TBC to improve myself in terms of personal grooming as well as negotiation and many other courses. Besides being cooked in this opportunity itself, I was actually being given other opportunities to excel as well as to improve on.
Being in TBC for 2.5 years, it was a very big surprise. There was always rumors out there, or views out there that army regulars, government servants can't really survive in the corporate sector due to the different practices that we have in the government. In the government, it was very stringent, whereas in the corporate sector, it was less stringent. You have to be more adaptable because you don't work really with just one set of rules, like one size fit all kind of rules. But gladly, I'm the few lucky ones, compared to my ex-colleagues in the army. Some of them also left the force. I'm very, very lucky in the sense that I can have the same kind of working environment that I enjoyed in the army. Example, in the army it's very simple. It's like one for all for one kind of environment. You work for each other, work with each other to go attain the similar goals. I was very afraid that I couldn't enjoy the kind of esprit de corps, kind of camaraderie, that kind of teamwork in the corporate world. I've hearsay there, hearsay here, hearing from people who have left and were not too successful in the corporate world when they did the transition from government servant to the corporate sector itself. But in TBC HR, honestly to you, no difference. I have a bunch of very, very helpful colleagues, very motivated colleagues, as motivated as my colleagues, ex-colleagues in the army itself. And I really had good mentors in the army. Whereas in TBC HR, regardless of the race, regardless of age, everyone has been a mentor to me in many, many ways, not only in terms of work, but also in terms of my family life. For example, my boss, do give me lots of advice on how to handle certain matters in my private life itself. So for that, I'm very grateful. More about TBC HR's culture here. I have to emphasize again, I am very lucky, I am very happy, I am very blessed because I come from a very motivated kind of environment. Do or die, don't ask why. Similarly here, we have consultants of different age, young, like maybe 21, 22. I'm 35 this year. I'm 35. I joined TBC when I was 32, 33, coming 33. But all of them accepted me. In certain companies out there, there will be some kind of age gap, there are cliques. But I'm very glad to say that TBC HR is like a small little family, but very, very closely knitted, very strong family. No such thing as cliques, we work for everyone, we work for each other. And if you have any problems, you go to anybody. And that usually, come on, let's face it, most of the time when we need advice, we always go to somebody that's older than us or more experienced than us, which usually come with an older age, right? But in TBC HR, I have been getting advice from people younger than me, my co-colleagues, even my friends, which I call not my colleagues but my friends. We even have I will call some of them, hey brother, hey sister, you know, we are very that close. We share personal matters, we share personal troubles, you know, we share challenges together. And really, this is what I really enjoyed in the army for 11 years, and TBC gave it to me, you know, and Ben gave me a chance, basically, you know, to enjoy all this. You know, it really calls to anybody out there who thinks that if you were ex-regular in the army or from a government agency, if you want a very closely knitted kind of working environment, like family kind of environment, and yet motivated at the same time, you know, TBCHR is one of them. And I believe there are others out there, but I'm happy here. I'm very happy here because everything has been right for me. My transition from work, you know, monetary sense, you know, family life, everything has been very, very smooth flowing for me for my transition. All thanks to TBCHR, not only Ben, but also to my fellow colleagues. You know, if you want to join a motivated kind of environment, then TBCHR is the one. We are small. We are small. But the amount of work, the amount of success that we have gained is, you know, is really much more than what other more established organizations out there have already achieved. You know, so guess TBCHR kind of culture. You want something different, you want a challenge, you want to be taught, you want to be mentored, you want to be motivated, this is the place that you should come to.
In fact, the company, TBC also has this Intrapreneurship program. In case, what is that? It's like you being an entrepreneur working within the organization. That is what this Intrapreneurship is about. So in fact, I think it was last year. Can't remember when was it. Yeah. So the company actually, you know, asked some of us if we have the intention, you know, to set up to be an entrepreneur in years to come, and the company is, you know, is prepared to actually provide support in terms of some aspects of the resources if any one of us are interested to be part of this Intrapreneurship program. So you see, this is really an exciting career over here in TBC, you know, not just a recruitment consultant and, you know, team lead and sales and full stop, you know. It also gave us opportunity to even realize some of the dreams that, you know, we want to, you know, like we want to be this, we want to be that, I want to do this, I want to do that, you know, not just on our daily sales recruitment job, but also in other aspects. So this is something that the company also provides, the kind of opportunity that the company provides. Recruitment is never an easy job. You know, when I went into the job, my friends, you know, they all came to me and says that, oh, you're doing a human resource job. I was like, no, this is not a human resource job. This is a sales job. Yeah, in fact, yeah, to be frank, because you know, as a young teenager, you know, back then, people were probably, you know, my friends are all probably busy, either pursuing their degree. But even though they are studying their degree, you know, they're all out there having fun. You know, they also stay out late nights. But probably I'm like, you know, slogging at work. Yeah, I mean, I lose some, but definitely I gain some, and I think that's very worth it. Yeah, it's not like you lose some and then you gain some, and it's totally doesn't control. But I feel that whatever I gain, it's actually, I feel that it's worth it. That, you know, I lost some, you know, some kind of like a teenage life, but you know, you're like partying every day or like studying a degree or whatever. I don't regret my decision of not pursuing my degree, because my perception, I mean, that's just my perception, that a salesperson do not need a degree to succeed in your career. As long as you have the determination, perseverance, nothing is possible. Nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible. So this is what I went through, you know, work. Yeah, and yeah, my mom is proud of me that, you know, I don't even, I mean, ever since I started working like a full-time job, let's not talk about part-time job, I started working at a young age, you know, like young age. Yeah, I mean, it's okay to review my age, but, you know, like I said, I joined this company when I was 19, only 19. Okay, so yeah, my mom is definitely very proud of me, because you know, I don't need her support. I don't need her financial support in anything. Yeah, I could even, And after I started working like 1 year later, I could even like fully support, in terms of like utility bills and etc. I mean, a long list to go, but to achieve that is really hard work. The time that you are willing to invest and the determination that you want to succeed, and you can do it. Yeah, the company can give. The company can give you a lot of opportunity. Has very attractive remuneration package, but if you don't have the positive mindset, then yeah, like I say, I wouldn't be here anymore right now. Yeah.
So last year itself, our management actually spoke to us about this new opportunity called the Intrapreneurship program. In this program itself, they actually encourage us to come out and start our own business, and not only that, they are ready to give us maximum support as well as the information needed for us to start it up. For me, opening up a business or starting out a business has always been my mind. But the thing is, I have never thought that I can actually do it in a company itself. Something really, really cool. Even though for this opportunity itself is always in my mind, I always thought that I have to leave TBC in order to start up. But now that with this opportunity coming in, it's actually something that is very cool for me. At this moment, I'm actually at the ideation stage whereby I'm trying to come up with ideas and a business plan itself. So what happened is, over the course of the last 1 or 2 months, I've actually met up with Ben and Serene, and from there on I've shared a few ideas, and they also have given me some feedback on how my idea will go and how to improve on coming up with a better idea. All these are really very important because Ben himself, he's actually a successful entrepreneur. He brings out a business from scratch, and it is good that I'm actually learning from one of the best. So what happened is, in this program itself, not only we are being encouraged to come out and do our own, start our own business. Okay, they actually give us a very good foundation. Foundation as in, they actually organize a meetup to hear out your plans, as well as to listen to what you have to offer and give you good criticism from your idea itself. Okay, other than that, they also organize like a sharing session with our mentor, okay, to give you a better idea in terms of how startup life is and things like that. We just have 2 weeks back with Mr. Larry, and he is a true blue entrepreneur, whereby he did share with us about his life story as well as what we are going to expect if, let's say, we are going to do this itself. So personally, I am very grateful that I'm given this opportunity, and other than that, the support that is given in this program itself. Starting our business is definitely something very difficult, and I would say that without proper support as well as proper resources itself, it's definitely doomed for failure. So being in this entrepreneurship program, it has its perk, because I can see that Ben is actually actively trying to get mentors in, and he has actually proactively communicated with us, telling us that he has this idea, or even sometimes when you have an idea, he will actually give you more ideas itself on how to improve it, or even to clone it to make it better. So with the enthusiasm from the management themselves, I am very sure that it will not be a smooth and easy ride for me to start it up, but definitely it will be easier with the support being given from the management itself, and I'm really looking forward to it.
I think it's really a breakthrough in my life. I've been very, very lucky, like I mentioned many times just a few minutes ago about TBCHR. Why do I say that I've been lucky? Because there is a breakthrough in my life recently. Most people in the world, end up being employees for the rest of their life, correct? They end up worrying about retirement. even if they had a business idea, they are constrained by maybe funds, networking, or even experience or ability to even come out to set up on their own. But recently, I think just a couple of months back, Ben came out with this Intrapreneurship program. Okay, to me, it is not a casual thing. It's a breakthrough in my life. And why? It gives me a chance to be an entrepreneur. In layman terms, it gives me a chance to be my own boss. By being my own boss, if I am successful, it gives me a chance for a better life for myself and my kids. Anyway, I have 2 kids. Okay, I'm a single parent. I have 2 boys. One is 12 years old, one is 6 years old. So being a young parent, I need to secure the future for my kids. What if something happens to me, right? We all want to provide the best for our kids. Even if you are not married, it's never too early to plan. It's never too early to work hard, but it may be too late, correct? And most people can work very hard in their life. They can work with every single ounce of energy they have. But the key word here is opportunity. And Intrapreneurship program is definitely a life-changing opportunity for all of us in TBCHR. Okay, there's mentorship, there's guidance, there's networking. It gives you so much more insights to prepare you much better, as to whether are you fit or you can cut it out as a entrepreneur at the end of the day. So I'm very glad that there is this Intrapreneurship program, in TBCHR. Of course, I'm holding under Strategia Ventures itself. This is definitely one of the breakthroughs. As long as you're willing to learn, you are driven enough, you're motivated enough, and also be open-minded enough to accept, the knowledge and the wisdom and experiences shared with you. You should stand a very good chance, being an entrepreneur. Nobody wants to see another person fail either, and I don't think Ben would like to see us fail. So, Intrapreneurship program is definitely a breakthrough in life for me, and I'm going to do whatever I can to make sure whatever plans I have to become an entrepreneur works out. Of course, with the help of Ben and mentors that he have actually roped in to actually mentor us. Just to share a bit more why I think that Intrapreneurship is actually a breakthrough, and it is a once-in-a-lifetime program. I first of all, if you were to be from other establishments, I don't think other establishments would have this Intrapreneurship program. A lot of employees will be wondering, why should I invest in you? I just want you to do my work. But from a management point of view, they want us to succeed. They want to give us more. If the management want to give you more, I think we should open up our hands and grab whatever we can grab. The opportunity is there. If we don't grab it, it's going to be lost. I personally feel it. I know this word. This word opportunity really comes to my heart. It is really sometimes a pain point. Why? A couple of years back, while I was still in the army, I actually set up my own small little education business, a tuition center with one of my ex-officers who retired from the army. I had a bit of cash on hand, so I wanted to just earn some spare cash at that point of time. And tuition centers, education is an evergreen business. It's kind of evergreen. You will never die, right? As long as you're a minimum number of students who can assist you to break even, give you enough business, you should survive. The business lasted for about maybe about a year. But of course there were some considerations. Partially was because there was additional partner coming in. There was a family member which may complicate things, which may complicate the partnership. But beyond that, there were other factors that actually ended the partnership itself, such as cash flow, marketing. Amount of effort equals to amount of dollars earned. I think if at that point of time I was in Intrapreneurship program, I would have done better. If I had the Intrapreneurship program at that point of time, I would definitely have done better. Why? I would have mentorship. I would have networking. I would know if my business model would have worked. I basically went in with my ex-officer. Okay, having a very common mindset, a very general mindset that education business evergreen. Nobody gives us education, right? So we're just there to get a small little piece of the pie out there. But after, I wouldn't say it failed. We didn't really lose much. It was actually we broke even. But if you ask me, amount of effort, does it equal the amount of dollars and money and cents? Not really. Not really. To be fair, not really. So if, like I say, if I had the entrepreneurship program itself, I would have done better. I would have done my research. I would understand what demographics means. You know, I would understand things like cost, time, convenience. No, I would go out there and get views. Or how can I be different? Or how can I compete with my fellow competitors on a different ground? No, and the process may have taken a longer period of time. It may have, okay, but I would have sustained longer, or maybe even be successful right now. That's the irony. If my business were succeeded, then I wouldn't be sitting down here, maybe, right? But saying so, I think I learned a very big lesson that it's not about just stepping into a business that easy. Even if you have cash to spare on hand, it wasn't a big loss to me, but it was time loss. It was, you know, time is effort. You can't buy back time. So I think right now I really strongly feel that with the entrepreneurship program right now, I would be in a better position right now to look at all aspects at a wider bandwidth before I start my business. You know, with the right mentorship, with the right guidance, with the right networking, the right resources. You can talk about operation resources, the finance resources, you know. But now I have help. I'm not alone, and I have quality help. Hearing from friends, hearing from people is very normal. But what you need is quality and qualified help, which Intrapreneurship will definitely provide me with. Lastly, I have plans. You know, I'm 35. You have to have plans at 35, right? You can't go on without just earning enough, living by the paycheck, and hopefully that you have enough in your bank for your retirement. I don't know about other countries, but I guess 80% of the Singaporeans have this concern. You know, there is, do I have enough for retirement? Do I have enough for my kids' education? You know, and nowadays in Singapore, education is expensive. It is very competitive. I mean, how many percentage of students get into local U right now? Not many. The rest have to explore private or overseas, but boils down to a dollar sign at the end of the day. So I do have plans. You know, I am very passionate about recruitment till this very day. I guess I'll be passionate for the rest of my life. I think it's, to be fair, it's also one of the only thing that I've done well to now since the day I left the Singapore Armed Forces. But saying so, I have aspirations. I have been a business owner before. I want to be a business owner again. I want to have a better future. Not in terms of monetary, but also I want a life fulfilled that I'm good enough to succeed in the corporate world. That's my goal. So in order to achieve my goal, I think the entrepreneurship program is a very important value for me. It's a very important tool for me to reach my goal. You know, and hopefully in the next 1-2 years time, I will really be a business owner maybe, or on the way close to being a business owner. Okay, and to lead a more fulfilled life, not only earning money, but also at the same time sharing with people my experiences of the program and what I've learned, what knowledge I've gained throughout. I believe in sharing the good, sharing the knowledge. You do not leave anybody behind. So ultimately, my plan is I hope to succeed in whatever I do. Okay, in TVCHR, in the entrepreneurship program, in order to provide myself, my family, and people around me a better life. Thank you.